education is everything. It allows children the chance to shape their lives. It allows them to be able to build the skills and the knowledge they need to be able to make something out of their lives. Only 5% of girls from the most marginalized families in Africa complete secondary school. Every child deserves the right to see how far they can go with their lives. Invest in education, and you've invested in people, you've invested in better economies for countries. My name is Angie Mremirwa. I'm the CEO for CAMFED. My childhood was typical African child. My parents were smallholder farmers. They grew enough for us to eat. I went to school with other children, and when fees was not paid, would be sent back home. I was supported through school by CAMFED. So my career now is very much influenced by my experience as a child. For me, it's about always ensuring that no other child has to suffer like I suffered, not knowing whether there is a future. One of the key obstacles for children is that monetary cost to go to school. But for some children, it's also distance to go to school. Maybe they're taking care of their siblings, sick parents, but at the core of it is poverty and how it manifests in their life. So for CAMFED, we invest in education, particularly girls' education, as the solution to poverty. CAMFED has got a three-pronged approach. At the first level, we invest into direct school-going costs. We provide notebooks, pens, stationery, school fees, levies, menstrual products. We also have community support to provide school meals, safe toilets for girls, firewood, water, and all of that. At the second level, we then support these girls to transition into livelihoods and leadership, employment, or into entrepreneurship, also into further education. And this involves such things as assisting them to apply for college or university, or supporting them to apply for a business loan, or how do you apply for a job and how do you prepare for a job interview. But also it involves specialized guide roles like agriculture guides, who are young women that train communities on climate smart techniques. Africa's carbon footprint is almost negligible, 3%. But the reality is when we look at the communities that are hit by climate shocks the worst are often the poorest.
My parents were subsistence farmers. They had limited resources, and had it not be for the support of CAMFED, I wouldn't have completed my secondary education. My name is Esnat Devason, and I'm an agronomist and a climate expert for CAMFED education. The goal of the Agriculture Guide program is to ensure that we have food security in the communities and in our schools. We are also looking at climate resilience so that when communities are hit by a shock, they know how to respond to that. We also have the third goal of sustainable businesses that are climate smart in the communities. I actually love the way that it's intercropped with the sweet potatoes, and this will help you guys because the tomatoes are not affected by the diseases from the sweet potatoes. Through the work, it has impacted millions of girls in terms of education, and through the Agriculture Guide program, we have reached over 100,000 community members with different climate smart techniques. The young women who are working in the communities have now more respect and are actually being offered opportunities to lead some programs that our government partners are bringing into the communities. We come back to work with CAMFED because the opportunities are there for us to work. Also, it's our way of giving back whilst working with the organization that had supported us.
Some of the exciting impacts we have seen as an organization are that 99% of women in Zambia and 97% in Zimbabwe reported increased yields following the adoption of climate smart techniques. And 82% of women reported increased family food consumption. The final element that we do as an organization is work with the government. We understand that if you're ever going to deliver at scale and make sure that you leave no one behind, the partner to do it is with government, because they've got broader reach than any private NGO or non-governmental organization or private sector. We are invested in education for every child, not just for some children. And the only way to achieve that is through working and complementing the government. Education is the critical foundation. Chances of somebody who has had an education having a secure and dignified livelihood are higher compared to somebody who never got the chance to go to school. Education means you have a right, you belong, and you can do anything you want to do with your life.